Oh, come on now. Big time brawl now in the front row.
Some of the greatest basketball stories have come from intense moments that see opponents going at each other verbally, physically, and with effort. This is exactly what happened on March 30th, 2025, when the NBA witnessed one of its most intense altercations in recent history. A game between the Detroit Pistons and the Minnesota Timberwolves quickly morphed into chaotic scenes that caused several ejections. Let us take a deep dive into the events that unfolded, the aftermath of the chaos, and the implications that it had on both teams. The game began like any other at the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Timberwolves, eyeing a strong position in the Western Conference, faced the Detroit Pistons, a team knee-deep in rebuilding mode and desperately looking for a win to give their fans a little hope. The first quarter was competitive, aggressive, and physical. You know, your typical chippy game between two squads with something to prove. One aiming for playoff dominance, the other for a little dignity.
Well, this almost feels advantage Detroit with Naz Reid and DiVincenzo being ejected from the game.
It all started with a gentle nudge. A not so gentle nudge, rather. It was more of a full-on, I lift every day bro shove by Isaiah Stewart. Stewart decided Timberwolves guard Donte DiVincenzo was looking a little too comfortable out there. So naturally, he gave him a hello push and boom, the gunpowder keg was lit. In comes Rudy Gobert, a unofficial peace negotiator trying to defuse the situation. But nope, the ref says, let's slap a tech on Stewart and keep it moving. Spoiler alert, it didn't keep moving. 20 seconds later, the court turns into a mosh pit. Bodies flying, coaches yelling, fans filming it like it's a Netflix docuseries. Everyone was trying not to get trampled. The fight continued for several minutes with both teams trying desperately to defuse the situation. Although, let's be honest, half of them were only trying to make sure they didn't get caught on camera doing something suspension-worthy. Players were shoving, falling, and at one point looked like someone tried to block a push like a shot attempt. Coaches were screaming, refs were in full parent at a birthday party mode, and Rudy Gobert was in the middle looking like he regretted not staying in France this week. The whole thing was one big brawl. Now let's talk about casualties. Not injuries, thankfully, but ejections. The refs got together like a Supreme Court panel and handled down decisions like, you're out, oh, you're definitely out. Detroit Pistons had the most players removed, like Isaiah Stewart, the instigator. Isaiah Stewart seemed to have more fight points than score points in his career. Marcus Sasser might have said the wrong thing at the wrong time. Ron Holland II, the rookie who got caught in the crossfire, his official welcome to the league, I guess. And Coach J.B. Bickerstaff got tossed trying to protect his players. Ain't that something? For the Minnesota Timberwolves, Donte DiVincenzo, who got shoved, got back up and got ejected. Naz Reid came in swinging, not punches, but definitely energy. Assistant coach Pablo Prigioni, who somehow ended up in the middle of all of it like a confused substitute teacher. 7 total ejections. I mean, that's more than some teams' active rotation. And just like that, the vibe of the entire game shifted. Once the referees finished the human resources paperwork, the game resumed, but the intensity was by no means the same. Everyone was walking on eggshells, even the water boys looked nervous. Nobody wanted the smoke from the judges and nobody wanted to be ejected either. Despite the chaos, the Timberwolves pulled through with a 124-104 win, but the scoreboard was the least of anyone's concerns at that point. All eyes were on what the NBA was going to do next. Memes exploded, Reddit threads were 300 comments deep in 5 minutes, and the league's office? Oh, you know Adam Silver had to cancel dinner to deal with this mess. So, what's next? Fines? Suspension? A Netflix documentary? Probably all three, but you can expect Stewart to face a multi-game suspension. Not his first rodeo, and the leagues don't play when things get physical. Sasser and Holland might get lesser penalties, while Coach Bickerstaff will likely be hit with a fine. As for the Timberwolves, Naz Reid and DiVincenzo could miss some crucial games. Needless to say, not great timing, as they push for playoff seeding. And Prigioni probably banned from arguing ever again. So what does this mean for the Pistons and Timberwolves? Well, for the Pistons, well, they aren't exactly title contenders. They're like the friend in a group project who shows up but doesn't really contribute. Losing 3 players and a coach just adds insult to injury. Literally. This brawl wasn't just about one shove. It's about tension building up over a long season, competitive frustration, and pride. For the Pistons, this might be their most viral moment since. For the Wolves, it's a bump in the road during a crucial stretch. But here's the thing, the NBA is filled with drama. This isn't just sports, it's storytelling. 1 part basketball, 2 parts reality TV, and a dash of what did I just watch? Timberwolves, these guys were actually chasing a playoff spot. Losing Nas Reed and possibly DiVincenzo for a few games? That could shake things up, unless Anthony Edwards decides to turn into a god again. Now, can we just talk about NBA fights for a second? Because they're the weirdest mix of almost punches, dramatic holding back, and random dudes sprinting from the bench like they're gonna magically solve anything. Like, seriously, most of the times the fights are like this. Step 1, get mad. Step 2, chest bump. Step 3, yell something along the lines of, you don't want this smoke. Step 4, let 12 people hold you back. Step 5, repeat. But this one? Ooh, this one was juicy. 7 ejections? That's rare. Like seeing Ben Simmons shoot a 3. And the internet did not disappoint. Fans were on it faster than Kyle Lowry to a change call. One user tweeted, Pistons fighting more than they score. Respect. Another, Stewart's aggression is back. LeBron better stay out of Detroit. And one last one here. This game had more hands than a massage parlor. You can't say they weren't right though. And there you have it. 7 ejections, 1 chaotic night, and an entire fan base wondering if they just watched an NBA game or an episode of Hard Knocks NBA edition. Beyond the punches, shoves, and flying bodies, there's a bigger picture. Emotions are high, and stakes are even higher. Sometimes even professionals forget they're on live TV and not in Street Fighter. The NBA will respond, suspensions are coming, fines will be handed out, and someone's definitely losing a sneaker deal. For the Pistons, maybe this somehow becomes a rallying point in an otherwise brutal season. For the Timberwolves, it's a reminder that staying focused matters just as much as staying physical. And for the rest of us, we just got another all-you-can-watch buffet of NBA drama served on a silver platter. So what do you think? Was Stewart out of line? Did Gobert need to jump in like the 7-foot peacemaker he thinks he is? Should the league chill or crack down? Let's hear your thoughts below, because you know we're reading every single comment. And if you're enjoying the chaos of this breakdown, wait until you see how analytics reveal the closest NBA player to Nikola Jokic. That video is up next, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.
What has been called here?